What's going on, guys, and welcome to the first episode of my Manager Career Mode series. I do apologize for the late upload. For the life of me, I couldn't figure out how to do post commentary. I shot over like 30 times, and I couldn't figure it out. And I just decided to switch over to live commentary. So hopefully I can get these videos up faster than I have. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button because I do plan on uploading every day from now on. And if you do enjoy this video, please don't forget to hit that like button. If there's any players you'd like to see me sign in this series, please leave that in the comment section, and I will get to them. We are starting off with Southampton, and the reason why I picked them is because they have a great academy. They've produced players like Gareth Bale, Theo Walcott, and like Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. And one of my main objectives in this series is to do pretty much the same thing, to bring in young players, get them trained up, make them like the next Messis and Ronaldos of the world. It does get boring signing players that everybody else signs, so I'm gonna look for those players that most people don't really know about, and I'm gonna try to get them into our team and hopefully transform them into really good players. And then the first message that we do get is for a preseason tournament. It's a new feature in this year's FIFA, and we take a look at them, and pretty much I just want the one with the most prize money. And as you can see, we do get straight into the team. And the first thing I do is check my inbox, and we look at our aims for Southampton this season, and the board want us to reach the round of 16 stage in the domestic cup, and also to qualify for the Euro League, which is totally fair. This team is a very decent team, and we should have no problem with that. I would maybe like to get higher up the table, maybe into Champions League position, but it's going to be pretty hard with teams like Manchester United and Manchester City around. But it's something we can definitely aim for. And our scout says that we need to look for a striker. But one of my main objectives in this career mode is to transform them into a much younger team and shape them up really nicely for the future. And that's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna make any massive signings or anything. Just get young players in, transform them into really decent players for the future. We're not gonna be signing any players in this episode. However, in the next episode we will be, and just changing his instructions here to find promising young talents across the world under the age of 21, under the age of 20 actually. Next thing we do is get a squad report out to test out our team, to see what players we should get rid of, who are the deadweight players, and to make room for our young players coming in. Players like Steven Cocker and Virgil van Dijk aren't necessarily old. In fact, they're pretty young. But players like Maya Ishida, who are not going to get any game time, it's players like that want to shift on, bring in like a lot younger players, and just transform this the Southampton team here. For players that we can't sell, we're just gonna send them all on loan. Try to get rid of them, make space. Players who are just taking up a lot of wage budget, try and compensate for that, and hopefully sell them in the future. I'm a big fan of the loan glitch. Um, it's pretty much abused in last year's FIFA, but EA made it a little bit harder this year. And I'm gonna tell you about the qualifications and what you need to do to get a player like Ryan Seeger here, who at the bottom it says right there, at the club since 2013. What you want to do is get that up to showing grip potential, and the way you do that is you send them on a short loan, and if you get an offer, you accept it, and you send them out for like a day or two, and you recall them, and it should say showing great potential. Their overall has to be above 60 to do this, or else it won't work. For players who are like 58 rated, to get higher than that though, the next step up is to get them to exciting prospects, and this one is probably one of the hardest ones because they have to be above 75 overall, like Ward Prowse is here. And what you're gonna do is the same thing, just loan them out, and if you do get an offer, you accept it. Sometimes their potential won't go up, but the valuation will. So what you have to do when that valuation does go up, you just send them all on loan again until their valuation goes up high enough where they can't be at that potential again. Like for example, Ward Prowse valuation right now is at 4.3 million. If I loan him out and he comes back at like 5 million and he's still showing great potential, but I want him to show exciting prospect, I'm gonna loan him out again, and hopefully when he comes back, he'll be his valuation will be 5.5 million, and at that point, he will automatically get to exciting prospect. I've done it many times in past career modes, and it works every time. So that's pretty much what you have to do. But right now we're just shaping this team up for the future. I think I'm gonna go with a 4-4-2 diamond wide formation because we do have two great strikers, and I don't want to give one more game time than the other. And we're gonna start Dusan Tadic on the right and Jay Rodriguez on the left with Ryan Bertrand. Probably gonna swap these two out from time to time. Next to Jose Font with our new right back Cedric and Fraser Foster in goal. So that's pretty much how our starting 11 is gonna look. And the last thing that we will do in this video is I'm gonna show you our budget for this season. It's at 36.38 million, but I'm gonna adjust that a little bit to compensate for the wage budgets, and that's totally fine. We do that because we're gonna offer some players some contracts, and we need a lot of money for that. And the next thing we're gonna do, the final thing we're gonna do in this episode, is we're gonna add training to our players. What I do is I just train the young players. You can train up to 5 players a week. It's a new feature that EA added also, which is really nice. Let's say you have like a player like Josh Sims here, who has really low stamina. You want to get it up. You can run drills on him, and over the course of however many weeks, depending on how well he does in the drills, they will increase. And yeah, you can train up to 5 players, or you can train 1 player in 5 different segments, whatever you want to do. It does refresh after like a week. You can even play like the little mini games they have for you. But what I'm gonna do every time is I'm just gonna sim it and show you the progress of our players. Just cause I don't wanna. I'm pretty bad at the mini games, and I don't wanna mess up their growth at all. And when you're done, that's how it's gonna look. And I'm just gonna sim it to see how well they do. that does end today's episode, guys. I do thank you for watching. Sorry about the late upload again. In the next episode, we will be making a lot of signings, looking for a lot of, and I will see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.